Hey, welcome to 18 Wheels Maneuvering Skills. My name is Thomas Young. I'm the founder of 18 Wheels Maneuvering Skills. A segment of this deal is called Talk Trucking with Thomas. And on here, I have with me Jake Falk. Jake, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just getting to the house.
Let's get to the house. Yeah, so I remember when we started back in August, you and your whole team did a fantastic job, man. I'm telling you. You did a lot of different things. Everybody did a lot of different things, and it worked out real good. And I like how y'all just gel together and y'all still keep in touch, right?
Oh yeah, we still got the chat, like a text message chat going on.
Yeah, it's perfect, perfect. So, I know that you told me that you got into trucking because I think you said your dad was in trucking, right?
Yeah, my dad and my grandfather.
Okay, and your grandfather. See, and you live in West Virginia, born and
Yeah.
raised.
Mhm.
And I always think when I talk about trucking, like some people drive trucks for a living, others live to drive trucks. Which category do you fit in?
I don't know that one. That one's a kind of tough one.
Yeah, but you love it though, right?
Oh yeah, I can't really see myself doing much different.
Yeah, you probably fit it more in the live to drive trucks. I mean, it's almost like in your bloodline.
Oh
So,
yeah.
what type of truck you drive? Is it Peterbilt? Let me just name some. I'm gonna guess one of them. Is it Pete? Is it a
Nope.
KW? Is it a Freightliner? Is it International?
Freightliner.
Freightliner. Okay. 13 letter shit spreader. Freightliner. Freight shaker.
Oh yeah.
All right, good. I did one of my favorite trucks was a Freightliner. I had a Freightliner Classic. I'm telling you,
That's
man,
almost what I got.
with the stacks on the side.
Yep, I got the FLD 120.
Okay. Oh, nice.
If I
Yeah.
change the hood and the air filters, it'll be the same thing.
Okay. With the little chicken lights on it.
I haven't done that yet.
It came with it though. Yeah, man. That was a good truck. That was a good truck. I really like that thing. Um, so you've been in trucking about 8 months because
Yeah.
you had a couple before you met me. You had been driving just a little while, right?
I hadn't been driving. I was a yard dog, more or less, is what I was.
Okay. How was that moving the trailers in and out and all that stuff?
Yeah, sometimes it was nerve wracking because some loads were oversized, some weren't. But
Oh,
aside from that, it was pretty easy.
mhm. What kind of freight you hauling out though?
Right. Currently, I haul windows.
Windows. Oh, okay. So you got one of the A-frames on your.
No, just a van trailer with windows in it.
Oh, okay. All right. Good. So when you first went to trucking school, what was one of the things that you liked the most about it?
My trucking school was at Trans Am.
Ah, you had your license before you came there.
Yeah, I did. I acquired my license myself.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Okay, so then training, we did like the 45, we did different maneuvers and everything, and you did a good job. When you got dispatched on your first load, and I mean, what was that feeling like?
It's a little nerve wracking
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
I was just had to jump and go. I wasn't. No, I can't say I wasn't ready, but it became real.
I often talk about this, like every new beginning brings on a new set of nerves. And
Oh
when
yeah.
you get first, and the biggest set of nerves seem to be when you get your first freaking dispatch. You just forget everything you learned, you forget your freaking name and everything else.
Oh
But
yeah.
it comes back quick. And like you said, it just got real. Man, what is when you first drove through the mountains, what was that like? What kind of experience was that?
Wasn't bad. I wish I could have gone a little faster up the hill, but I mean, it wasn't bad.
Faster up, but you go slow going up, especially when you got freight, and then you come down slower.
Oh yeah.
So whatever. What about snow and ice? How was that experience?
My first snow I was actually with this new company, and the boss was actually still training me,
Mhm.
and thankfully he was, because it got a little slick at times, and I was just like, "What in the world do I do?" And he's just like, "Just stay calm, go a little slower because we're empty. So just take your time. Don't worry about anybody around you. Just worry about you and what's in front of you.
Oh yeah. Very good advice. Very good advice. You slow down, you focus on what you're trying to achieve.
Oh
And
yeah.
and that's good. That's real good advice. So and evidently you did that. Have you ever had any preventable accidents?
No,
What about non-preventable?
knock on wood. I haven't had an accident. Yes.
Okay, well that's good. I hope you don't have one. You know, being behind the wheel so much, you know, the chances are likely. It doesn't mean it has to be your fault. It doesn't mean anybody has to get injured. You can be parked in the truck stop, eating and taking a shower and come out and you see some damage.
That is actually a lie. I have had one like that. I didn't think of it as an accident, but Schneider truck actually backed into my trailer and so hard it shook my dog out of bed.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. It didn't do much damage to the truck, but you could definitely feel that he hit it.
Uh-huh. Well, sometimes people hit you and leave. Were you able to talk to the driver?
We talked it out. He knew exactly what he did.
Okay.
He stopped and he was like, what do we do? And I instantly called my boss and was like, what all do I need from him and what all do you want? He just wanted pictures of the truck, our truck, like where the damage was.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted pictures of the insurance so he could get a hold of them for repair purposes. He wanted the truck number that the guy was driving, the license plate, the company. Yeah. He just wanted all the information that he could get.
Right.
That way, you know, that nothing's getting messed up. It's all there.
Right. Okay. It's very important to get all the information. And it's better to have too much than not enough. So pictures and all that stuff is very important. Yeah, so that's cool. Well, at least no one got hurt. Truck's gonna be fixed. So I'm glad your dog was okay. I know it probably shook the dog a little bit, but he got over it.
Oh yeah, she loves being out on the road with me.
What type of dog you have?
Pit bull boxer.
Okay, nice. Okay. What's the dog name? What's the name?
Cammy.
Cammy?
Yeah.
All right. That's interesting. I know some people used to have pit bulls in their trucks and they leave the window kind of partially down. They didn't lock the trucks. I guess they figured you open this door, it's a bad day for you. But so Jake, I know your name is Jacob, but you go by Jake. What was one of the scariest moments for you while you was on the road?
I'm gonna have to say currently, I actually have my wife with me for this one.
Okay.
We was actually going down 70.
Okay.
Or it's either 70 or 270. It's over there in the Maryland, Washington area.
Yeah, Maryland.
And we came out, was going down the road, and the truck in front of me, he almost ran this car off the road. I hollered over the radio at him. Apparently he heard me because he scooted back over. Didn't say nothing back. And then I tried to go up, just go speed limit past him. And he started shoving me off the road.
What? He's doing it on purpose.
I don't know if he was doing it on purpose, if he was like drowsy or what, but yeah, it's pretty intimidating.
So what did you do? Did you just get on past him? Did you slow down? Did you call the cops? What did you do?
I put the pedal on the floor and got past him, and he stayed behind me the rest of the time. And then I pulled into a rest area. He just kept going.
Yeah, and you're right. Yeah, he could have been sleepy. Have you ever, got a little too sleepy, more sleepy than you thought, and did a little micro sleeping? It's not a trick question or nothing like that. Just it happens.
Not sleeping behind the wheel, but I got pretty tired behind the wheel a few times.
I did. Wish I wouldn't have, but nothing bad happened. So the only thing I did was I thought I was awake. You can go to sleep with your eyes open, like micro sleep. You slap yourself, doesn't matter. You can throw all the cold water in your face, let the window down, blast the radio. None of that helps. It's all temporary. You got to get the proper rest in order to stay up and be safe. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it'll make you see, you hallucinate. You think you're seeing something you're not. But some people don't get the opportunity to talk about it after that happens.
Nah,
And if they do, the story may not be as good because people get hurt or killed, you know, and that's something that we don't want to happen.
oh yeah.
But have you ever driven in New York City?
I've been there a couple times actually.
Okay. What is it like compared to somewhere like Atlanta, Georgia, or Chicago, Illinois, or Kansas City?
Chicago and New York City, I would much rather never be back there.
Why not?
It's just, I almost took a trailer out with a telephone pole in New York because of traffic. Like I was trying to beat everybody. The green light was it was green on my end, but I was trying to make it around because there was 2 lanes and it was in the middle of New York and all these cars are trying to pass me. I'm like, not no more. And I didn't want to cause an accident with them. So I got closer to the pole than I should have. But I got out of it.
Okay. Yeah.
Chicago, I don't like just because, I sat in traffic there for
ever.
It took me 2.5 hours to go 10 miles.
Well, that's typical. Depending on what time of the day, but it happens a lot. That's one thing I didn't like about it either. But I like the cities. I just did not like the traffic, not sitting in it anyways.
I like the view you get from it though.
Especially at night because it's waterfront when you're crossing over in there.
Oh yeah.
How about your family, Jake? How do they how do they feel about you being over the road?
Nowadays I'm not over the road as much. So it kind of helps out. I'm gone, I leave Tuesday and I'm home Wednesday, leave Thursday and I'm home Friday. And then that's it.
That's good.
They didn't like me much when I was gone 27 out of 30 days.
Oh yeah. So, one thing about it, because it's not just a change of job, as you know, it's a change of lifestyle. It's a lifestyle change. But not just for you as a driver, it's for your loved ones as well. See?
Oh yeah.
Because you're not there. But
my wife's attitude's changed a lot since I switched jobs.
Got better? Oh.
It's gotten better since I got this one.
Well, good then. We'll keep that rolling that way. Congratulations.
Oh yeah. The kids don't cry when I leave now either.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Because they know I'm going to be home tomorrow. So.
Well, yeah. We got like a lot of people that's getting into trucking, and a lot of people that's thinking about getting in trucking. A lot of people that recently got into trucking, and a good number of those folks didn't really know what it was like. What kind of advice would you have for someone that's thinking about trucking or new into trucking?
Just if you get tired, pull over. That's for sure. Like don't drive drowsy. Don't do anything dumb. Keep your road rage to a minimum.
The road rage, yeah.
Prime suspect right here. I went out there thinking I owned the road, and you don't.
Oh, he was a Billy Big Rigger.
Oh yeah. For a little while.
Well, you mean like just being in what ways did you try to own the road or act like you did?
Like I turned the blinker on and would start to move over, cars would just go around me, and I'm just like, I got mad, but I mean, it is what it is. I didn't try to run them off the road or anything, but I thought that people had more respect for rig rigs, and people really don't.
No, actually, it's worse. A lot of people get shot up now just for simply blowing a horn, and God forbid you give them the bird. You ain't no telling what's going to happen to you at that point. I mean, we're somehow,
People used to get away with it. They just did it, and now just everybody's got a gun. They don't care. They'll cut you off. They'll try and kill themselves to get to you.
To get back to you, yeah. It used to piss me off when they just cut right in front of me or pull right out in front of me and don't go anywhere, and could have just waited. Wasn't nobody behind me, especially on like a two-lane road. I got to get momentum going, trying to get somewhere in this slow car to pull right there and just drag. Man, it used to burns me up. But, I learned over the years, just chill out. You leave early, You don't worry about it and just get there safely.
Oh yeah, I leave a little earlier than I should, or well, a little later than I should say, but I leave at that time specifically because of city traffic.
Okay. Okay. Um, since we talking about traffic and everything, I know it gets real clustered in the parking lots and all, but what's one of the most, I guess, let's say you'll call it the weirdest thing you've seen on the road when you was driving on the road or either your job now?
The weirdest thing
Yeah.
in traffic jams. I mean, it's aggravating. It's not really weird. People do it all the time, but in like a traffic jam or something, people drive up the shoulder.
That bothers you, huh?
It just gets on my nerves.
You ever
I
seen
had
somebody block them?
I actually did it the other day. I was going down 70 or getting on 70 in Baltimore area or Frederick and Maryland, and there was a truck. Traffic was horrible. It was 5 o'clock. Everybody's going home, and there was a truck pulled over on the side of the road just waiting for traffic to die down, or doing his 30-minute break or something. And these cars tried to drive up the shoulder and get around me. I scooted the truck over, and those two cars got stuck behind that truck, and they didn't pass me for an hour.
Well, I bet when they did, they was some bear bait, wasn't
Oh yeah.
they? Okay. Bad weather, like severe thunderstorms, tornado type deals, hurricane. I don't know where all you've been, but blizzards. I mean, what would you consider the worst for you?
The worst for me,
Mhm.
it's got to be fog or heavy rain where you got your windshield wipers on high, and you got to slow down because you still can't see in front of you because there's so much rain.
Yeah. So do you just slow down? Do you find a place to stop? You just keep moving through? Or what do you do? What do you do?
I just kick it down a gear or two, and just I don't max out that gear, but I just kick it down and just take her easy.
Okay. Because I would say that's good because you slowed down and you felt safe in that situation or those situations to keep moving. But any driver that don't feel safe in it, best do what?
I get off the road, or at least over on the shoulder, and turn your four ways on, your triangles and everything else.
Yeah, they do not need to drive. They need to get a safe location and wait it out. Just communicate with the company because no load is worth risking. And you can finish the sentence for me. No load is worth risking what?
Your life.
Exactly. Your life or the lives of others. Shut it down and don't drive. Period.
Yep.
So that's something that's real good, because drivers make the decision whether they drive or not. If a driver decides to drive in inclement weather and have an accident, the driver made the decision to be in that situation. It could go badly for the driver because they decided to be on the road when they could have just shut it down and waited. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's very important. Now, when you first got into the trucking company that you started with, Jake, what made you choose the company?
Honestly, the pay and being home.
Okay.
The pay was, I'm not going to be exact numbers,
when
but
you first started.
when I first started,
yeah. What made you choose?
First one that called, really.
First one you called or to call you?
You guys called me, and I jumped on it and went with it.
Okay.
I was like, sweet, somebody wants me, I'm going.
What type of work were you doing before that happened?
I was driving the yard truck, and I was actually, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but Northwest Pipe.
No, I haven't heard of it, but yeah, you did say you was doing that. That right there would set you up good for maneuvering and backing and turning the trailer and all that stuff too.
Oh yeah, a lot of people at that company had actually they used to holler for me on the radio and say that I needed to go move the truck because nobody else felt safe doing it.
Yeah, you be that kind of person because you gung ho, very energetic. You're very happy. You seem like a happy person.
Oh yeah,
And that's
that was
good.
like my when I was maneuvering with you guys, and I went or supposed to go around the cone. I went through the cone, and I just got out, stopped, got out, made sure I was able to back up, laughing because I had messed up because I was showing off.
Do you have a favorite truck stop,
Um,
or did you?
I'd have to say Iowa 80 was my favorite.
Walcott, exit
Yeah,
284, I-80. I know exactly where it's at. That's one of my favorites because it's so big, everything's there.
there's
When you,
always parking there.
yeah.
I feel like that was why it was my favorite.
Hmm.
If I was
Yeah.
close by it, I'm like, I know I can get parking here. I know I can go to sleep. And
Yeah.
that was where I pulled in. I didn't care if I was close, if I was way over by the fuel islands, just as long as I could park there.
Right. It has so much space. 3 acres. I don't know how. They have a lot of land now. But the further you go, like that's in Iowa. But the further west you go, you tend to have parking no matter what time of the day or night it is. It's east.
Really?
You don't. Yeah, you get up in Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, and you parking. You pulling in Bozeman, any truck stop, you're gonna find a place to park. It's just like that.
Huh.
But you go back east, like the area that you in now, you talking about around Washington and Baltimore, man, the solar power truck try to shut that thing down before the sun go down.
Oh, yeah.
It's packed. You can't have nowhere to park hardly. So, but yeah, the further west, oh yeah, you get parked. Yeah, I mean, at least to Colorado for sure. But question: whenever you used to go to, and maybe still now, but I know like in the beginning, because I want to talk about the new stuff, like when it was new to you, when you went to
Yeah.
the customer, like the shipper or the receiver. What was that experience like dealing with them for the first time?
They kind of treated me like I already knew what I was doing, but I had to explain to them, this is my first load, this is my first drop, and then everything calmed down. I was super stressed though, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, because you're nervous. Like I say, every new beginning brings on those nerves. So,
Oh
but
yeah.
what they kind of like just rattling off information to you, or what they mean about it, nice about it, rude, what?
They weren't bad. They just was like, well, just go pull into this door, and you need this paperwork, and you need this and that, and I just started handing them everything.
Yeah, okay.
And actually, they didn't give me a map.
Okay.
A lot of
Okay.
places that I went gave me a map to where I needed to go.
Okay. And that's important that you
Yeah.
said that, Jake, because there are companies that just rattle off information to you and expect you to follow their rules and remember it. I used to tell drivers, write it down because you're not going to remember all that stuff. You,
And
you might remember the first thing, huh?
huh?
I say you might remember the first thing, and they gave you do this, do that, do this, do that, and then do this. You'd be saying, okay, but then by the time you get to the truck, you're like, what did they say? You might remember
Oh
the
yeah.
first thing, but that's it. And
Yeah.
then
So
like, can't follow instructions.
I did that a couple of times. They rattled off information. Did you understand all that? Yeah, sure did. Got back in the truck and just drove around until I found it.
Yeah, so I would say to anybody that's new, just write it down. That way you can go step by step and maybe save some time. At least you can follow the instructions because some of these companies get very serious about it, and it can cost you some time or whatever.
I
Okay,
still
well,
follow. I still carry your guys' little notebook around just in case I need to make a note.
yeah, that's good. That's good. So, Jake, if you had any advice, I know we talked a little bit about with inclement weather, but overall, if you was to talk to someone, they were talking about getting in a truck, and what type of advice would you give them for the success of their career, maybe make them successful?
Just take your time and be safe with it.
Hmm.
If you have a second thought about it, make sure that you take time and rethink everything about it.
Hmm. Yeah, because again, it's a change of lifestyle. And to have a purpose for being on the road is important because then you
Oh
can
yeah.
work that out. So I had a purpose, you had a purpose. Most people have purposes, and some that don't because they get out here and oh, this is not what I thought it was, and they don't give it a chance. Next thing you know, they bounce, going back to doing something else.
Oh
So
yeah.
although I go through trucking school, go through, all this stuff because it costs money, get there and say, well, this ain't for me. I mean, in a way, that's cool that they realize it, but that's why I want to talk to people like you and everybody else to maybe somebody can hear this and like, well, let me make sure this is what I want to do, before I
Oh yeah,
invest all
definitely.
the time. Yeah, so that's cool. All
It's
right.
a lot of money if you go to the schooling and invest in it.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I did it, I think I've got, you can no longer do it this way, but I think I've got maybe $400 in it.
That's good though. I mean, because you really did a good job. I'm serious. I was proud of you. I was proud of all you and your whole group. Because I got to work with you guys firsthand. It just you, it was y'all, me, it's us together out there doing our thing, maneuvering, and y'all was like slamming it. I was like, man, this is good. Then we kind of even now we keep in touch here and there. And I'm happy to hear from everybody. You're doing a great job, and you always did. Always had an upbeat, a happy personality. I said, hey, Jake, why don't
Oh
you
yeah, I
do
had
this?
to.
And you was on it. And I was like, yeah. So I already knew he's gonna be having a good time.
You
So
can't live life being mad all the time or upset, or
exactly.
you just gotta find the good in anything you can.
And that's very good and that's also good information and advice. Think positive, be positive, find the good in whatever you can, and then work that way. Anybody can be negative. So, but smile, take it easy, take a deep breath, and be safe. That's what we want the drivers to do. So, any
Oh
last
yeah.
words from you, Jake, before we end this?
No, not that I can think of, but
Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I'm gonna it'll be a few more of these solo interviews, and then we'll get back together somewhere around August. Maybe try to tie everybody together and just have a whole powwow. It should be interesting and fun. All right.
heck yeah, that'd be awesome.
All right, Jake. Hey, thanks for your time. Thanks for taking the time to talk with me here on Talk Trucking with Thomas. Until the next time, we'll see you. Have a good afternoon and good weekend, Jake.
All right, you too, buddy.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.